Yesterday, towards the end of the session, I was talking about this quote from the New Testament. And I'd like to just repeat this and also elaborate on my sense of what that quote was all about. And the quote was, two of Christ's disciples wanted to go bury their uncle or something like that. And Christ said, let the dead bury the dead, follow me to life. When I read the New Testament, when I read the words of Christ, I wasn't reading the words of a man. I was reading the words of that Godhead that exists inside every single human being. That voice of higher energy telling us, that we truly must listen to higher energy, and we must make decisions based upon what will get us closer to God than what will, become an obstruction and a difficulty in our life. And that's how I read that. It wasn't Christ, the authoritarian, the man dictating, follow me, don't go bury your uncle. It was truly that inner voice saying, make the choice that gets you closer to God in any situation. Make that choice that really brings you in contact with higher energy, that really enables you to have a system to build that kind of inner life. And I think, to me, that was really the essential nature of all that, because we all have that voice inside us. We all have that voice of God, Spirit inside us. But it's so easy not to listen, or it's so easy to interpret it as something in your mind, something in your emotions, your ego, and it's not. It transcends all of that and gets us to a place where we're truly open to the path that will take us, to a state of spiritual enlightenment. So I just wanted to clarify that. I wasn't talking about some authoritarian image of Christ that follow me instead of following your emotions. It's a whole other element in the way that book was written that most people don't truly understand. The Old Testament was written that way also. It's the meanings beneath what is written. That as one evolves and grows, you begin to comprehend those meanings, and they have a whole different effect on a human being. And instead of some dogmatic, follow some authoritarian view, et cetera, it's listening to that internal voice that comes from a place, that is infinite in the universe, that's there to guide us in our lives. So I just wanted to clarify that, because I really didn't talk about this when I mentioned that last night. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? It's wonderful to listen to that voice, to allow it to guide one, to not fight with it and argue, but to open your heart, to be grateful that there are higher forces in the universe that do guide each and every one of us. We need the openness inside to truly listen to them and allow them to work for us in our life. Rudy used to call them, cosmic doctors and, stuff like, and it's true. They work on us, they help us, they're there when we need them. We have to learn to listen. And we have to learn to truly open inside and allow ourselves to be guided by higher energy in the universe, God, whatever one wants to call it. Trust. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? I mean, that Sermon on the Mount in the New Testament wasn't given by a man. It was the voice of God coming through a human being who is open enough inside to allow that voice, to speak for him. The same voice that spoke through the Buddha and through hundreds and God knows thousands of other great saints and spiritual beings that have come down through the ages. Does anyone have a question they would like to ask? And just to finish, that same voice that is inside each and every person who's present here. In fact, I would say each and every human being, 8 billion strong, have that voice inside them. They say in the Bhagavad Gita, many are born, many are called and few are chosen. The chosen people are the ones that listen to that voice, that have enough inner strength to be able to trust that voice and allow it to speak for them.
Stuart, I have a question, Bob Sink.
Yes, Bob.
When you are listening, how are you experiencing that? Are you experiencing it as energy or emotions or words, or how is that moving through you?
It's higher energy that manifests as words. That comes through, and it's one of the reasons the throat chakra has to be developed, because then that energy can speak and communicate, not only with me, but with other people. It can manifest as art, it can manifest as wisdom, it can manifest, thousands of different kind of things. It also can manifest as very negative things, war and crazy crap that goes on. Depending upon the openness of the human being, that energy is moving through. I mean, I've spent most of my life now building an inner life that will allow that to manifest as compassion, as love, as joy, as trust, as, that kind of level. But if somebody doesn't, and if somebody is living in some darkness in themselves, and God knows, completely crippled emotionally and mentally, and all these dictators, and, authoritarianly, that's how it manifests. So when I hear that voice, my job is to just open and allow it to come and manifest, because my heart is open, there's love inside, there's gratitude to each and every person that's here. And not only here, in the dealing with other people in my daily life. I mean, Chris sent me a wonderful quote from a book that I wrote, which I forgot all about today. And it's kind of about this. I mean, I don't remember it exactly, but I could go look at my phone and read it to you all, you know? But it's really, you know, 1 second, let me go do that. I think it was really wonderful, Chris. Not that I wrote it, but it's just something that very profound. It's from that book of mine, Moving On, Finding Happiness in a Change, or a book of aphorisms. I become a drunken fool with no idea who or what I am, nor do I care. I wake up every morning to the miracle of my day. What more do I need to know? I mean, I think it's, you know, what more do we need to know than the miracle of being alive? We can breathe, we can get out of bed, we have our day. You know, what do we need to know? We're a bunch of drunken fools, you know? I forgot I even wrote that, but I guess I did. It's in one of my books. That really kind of sums it up. What more do I need to know? I get up every morning and I have this day. I'm alive. I'm alive. How do we use the day? What do we do during the day? How deeply do we work on ourselves? Or how much of the day is just taken for granted? Does anyone else have a question? Okay, well, we'll have meditation on Sunday. And again, thank you. Bless you all. As I say, you know, every meditation class is one step closer to spiritual enlightenment. And I'm very grateful to be able to take that step. I'm grateful to share it with all of you. I'm grateful to take the time and open deep enough so that this higher energy can manifest and perhaps not only help me, but help all of you as well. So God bless you all. Thank you. And we'll have class on Sunday. See you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Thank you, Stuart.